Peeps, and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital. Welcome back to A Stitch in Time. We are moving on to Star 2, where we need to send back 60 lost in time patients. That's just time, isn't it? It just takes time to do that. Train 2 assistants in the Yesterization 2 training. Well, that's handy. We just happen to have 2 of them over here, both at level 1. Yeah, ready for training and ready for training. Well, that's great. And we've got the doubloons to do it. So level 2, excellent. We'll get in Relativity Jones. We want to get both of them in there, right? Oh, hello. This is interesting. We've got 3 of them. I guess one's to do brakes. Let's go with them. There we go. So that'll be those. And then we want to get our reputation to 80. Which is going to be down to treating a wider variety of patients. I think out of the sort of the situations that we've got going on, I think that's going to be the biggest problem. I haven't messed with prices or anything like that. We could reduce prices by 10%, which would help with the reputation, but I don't think we'll worry about it. I think just trying to treat people would be a good start. So let's maybe work on that, shall we? Yeah. So what's the most pressing issue? I suppose we do have a bit of a situation going on here with reception. So maybe we could take away these bennies, and we could get another receptionist here. Now, in terms of assistants, yeah, look at this. This is weird. I don't know why they were trained in this. I suppose they could take the brakes, right? And we could get them over here. So let's have a look now. If we put them... Yeah, we've only got 2 on reception now. Yeah, 2 will be fine. We don't need 1 for brakes. At least we've got 2 now. And we've got somebody covering brakes over here as well. So that's bound to help with all this sort of situation. So getting surgery going and the fracture ward going could be really great as well. We can see the queues have actually gone on GPs. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we are diagnosing well. I mean, look at the queue here. So I think some more GP training would be great. While we've got a lot of money as well, let's look at starting to upgrade some of these diagnostic machines. That would be great as well. In fact, while we're at it, shall we upgrade this and this and this? Because we've got all this money. Let's burn through it on upgrades. Just upgrade everything. That doesn't need upgrading, does it? No. Does it need upgrade? Can there be upgrades? Probably not. Probably not. If you can upgrade, if you can train staff to level 5, the machine won't be upgradable. That's, you'll note that in rooms, say like the pharmacy, you can only do 1 level of training on the pharmacy because the machine upgrades. If you could do the staff to level 5 and the machine, that'd be totally OP. So that it doesn't work that way. Obviously you can do diagnostic to level 5 or treatment to level 5, but that's not specific to the requirements of that machine, like with the injection room, or the genetics training, those sorts of things, right? Good. Right, now so let's have a look at our GP situation, shall we? So we are looking for Audrey to make it, and then we could probably train both of those together. That might be nice. Let's see. Okay. So we know that we need a fracture ward. It's been coming up quite a bit. Now we have, it looks like 3 ward nurses. Yeah. Now if we could get 1 more. Terribly dull. That's a bit of a shame. Positive and green fingers. So let's train 1 up. What are you doing in there? Don't know. Look, we've got a training room over here. So we'll pop them in there. And I'd like to get them trained in ward management training. And I'll tell you what. we could get Maddie in to do it. Okay, and we need to change their outfit. There we go. And their job. Right. And I think what we might do is double everybody up. Now, if we make sure that on our current ward, which I have misplaced here. Right, so now this is set to treatment only. You can get one extra staff. That's fine. So we need somewhere to stick a fracture ward, which is getting quite tricky. Is getting quite tricky. Let's open up this plot, and maybe we could put the wards over here. That might work. Yes, we have a plan starting to form. So we have employed a doctor who I'd like to train in surgery. Actually, before we do that, I noticed that, look, we have Nigella here. So what we're going to do is pop you in there. Right, train in surgery with them. There we go. And then we can fire Nigella afterwards. That might work for us. That might work for us. We could really do, I think, with moving this training room over here. That could work out quite well for us. Now, look what's opened up. Now, have I made a fracture ward? I have. We have a basic fracture ward here. So that's great. I've got to try and fit all this in now. It's a bit of a weird setup, isn't it? We're going to want to up that. Okay. And then I would like, I think, because all these nurses are going to be together, maybe we could do keep these closer together. I hate this building, by the way. Maybe we could customize this a little bit just so it's not so hideous, right? Because it is, isn't it? It's pretty hideous. Let's see. If I was to do this, at the same time I'm feeling pretty lazy. Maybe we'll just do that. And then we could copy this toilet. And now we still don't have a staff room, but this feels like a start, right? This feels like a start. Now it's going to be pretty chilly over here. I know that stuff can fall in there, so if we have an earthquake, we might get staff getting stuck because they're trying to attend to something in there. That's worth bearing in mind. Let's warm this area up if we can. There we go. Lovely. We just went up another level, which is terrible. Now, let's get some bennies in. So, some bennies here. A couple of bennies there. That works. We could then get some cheesy gubbins. A big binny. And some burp. Okay. That will work for me. And then in the entertainment area. Entertainment. Let's see here. Let's get this going again. Yeah. Boom. Lovely. So that's something, right? We've got some bits and bobs going on there. In there. We don't have a hand sanitizer. It's pretty outrageous. So let's get that in. Okay. And this is no diagnosis here. No diagnosis. It's just all treatment for the nurses. Oh, the recovery room is on the list. Well, okay, let's pause this a minute. First of all, we're going to put in the surgery. So we're going to need a nurse. We're going to go Brendan. He's hygienic as well, which is great, as well as quick. So we're going to stick him in surgery. Let's build this surgical room. Brilliant. Pop that there. Great. So that's those going. We don't have any bennies over there yet. Plus, that's going to be freezing cold. Let's pop that there. Right. Okay, so the next thing is the recovery room. Frankly, we're out of space already. Recovery room. Well, I suppose we could shove it Do you know though, the recovery room is going to be best to put with... Oh, what's happened here? Oh yeah, are you done yet? Is she done yet? Where are you? She is. Fire her. Best to put with the deluxe clinic, because the doctor that works there will work the recovery room as well. I'm going to make sure he's doing both. So I guess where I was going to stick all the training has become a tricky old business by the looks of it. So let's see here. At least the treatment, right? They're the end of the line, which helps. Have I done a basic recovery room? I have not. It's an outrage. Well, let's build one then. So we need to build a recovery. Hey, it's been a while since I built a room. So recovery room is a 5x3. Jeez. So that's a 7. Look, 5 by... 5x3. It's actually not too big, is it? I seem to remember this room being absolutely colossal. Right. Do you know what? Let's... Yeah, do this. We're going to pop the door at one end. And put in... This is a pretty grim machine. It's not one of my favourites. It's pretty nasty to view, truth be told. I'm going to put a couple of windows in. They are quite good for prestige. So I don't like to put in the temperature business for my basic build of a room. What we do like to do though is to put in a sort of plan for it, I suppose. So we're going to need the fire extinguisher by the door. And I'm going to want this to be at least level 3, and I'm going to want it to be good for staff. So for staff, we like them to have something to drink. We like for them to have something to eat so that they can deal with those needs. A lot of people say, you know, they don't have time to indulge in these things, so why put them in? Well, then your doctors are too busy. I don't know what else to say to that. You know, somewhere for them to sit down. It keeps their comfort higher for longer. And then a hand sanitizer, so they can keep their hygiene nice and beautiful. Yeah, do you know what? We will move that to there. There. Okay, good. So it is now level 3, which is great and good enough for me. So we're going to pop that in. We will now create a template from it. So this is going to be recovery room basic, and now we can put the radiator in. I'll just grab it from over here and we'll stick it there. There we go. That'll work for me. Now we then need to take this. Now that was upgrading quite nicely there. Now I've pulled it away. I guess we'll have to see how that goes. I'll pop that over there. The upgrade did keep. Good. Pop him over here. It's possible we might need to go with another toilet over here. Quite honestly, that might be a good idea. Right, how do I... Oh, hey! I've just noticed these windows. These windows are fake. They're like... Probably got a fake view outside them. I can't get that. Cannot get that radiator out there at all. So let's come up with something else here. That's got way too hot. Is there one? Yeah, there is one there. Okay, let's pop one at the end of this corridor. So let's have a look. I don't understand. What? Where? It's like a one-way window. That's weird. That's weird. Is that not weird? It feels weird. So we're going to need some bennies over there as well. Bennies. Doctor to surgery. Also, I noticed that when you go to pictures, it doesn't bring up that artificial intelligence one. It doesn't seem to be attached to the... Unless it's right down here at the bottom. No. It's really weird. So, I guess we'll just have to search for it like this. There it is. Nice and cheap, isn't it? Nice and cheap, that one. Right, let's get food and drink in, that sort of stuff. And then this one doctor can look after... Uh-oh, pause that because I'm trying to build and that's hugely annoying. This doctor can then deal with both those rooms. Hopefully he'll be okay. But if he needs additional help, we can get him. We can get him help. Also, we're probably going to need to train him up more because the recovery room tends to require quite a skilled treatment doctor, of which currently he isn't. He's just got one. He's just level 1, right? Let's stick this in. And then we've spent a fair amount of our cash. Yes, are we going to have some sort of a fire? No? Did we get away with it? Don't know, we might have a fire in a minute. Let's try and get some... Oh no. Let's try and get some repair orders out. Okay. Alright. Let's have things settle down for a little bit. Build up our money again so we can do some more training. That would be good. Queues remain to be quite bad still in diagnosis. But I'm not focusing on this area too much at the moment. My main focus is still GPs, and you might think that's kind of weird. There's no queues here and that, although they're about to start because I'm doing some more GP2 training. But if I can get the GPs well trained, one, they will diagnose patients more often right in the office, meaning less patients will be sent here. It will also mean that the patients they can't diagnose and do send on will be, closer to a complete diagnosis, which is great. But also, well-trained GPs are better at picking the correct diagnostic room for illnesses. Now, we don't have all the diagnostic rooms, so there are going to be some illnesses here that don't have the most ideal diagnostic room to go to. We have these 3 here. We also have now a dedicated diagnostic DNA lab, which is pretty good. And I think I turned diagnostic off on the ward, but I would like to try and reinstate that if I can. I think that would be good. I'm thinking about opening this up and making it another diagnostic wing. That might not be so bad. Maybe we could do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start that process off. But yeah, it's if I start making these GP doctors better, this will automatically improve anyway, which would be nice. But it would be quite nice to get in a diagnostic ward, I think, over here, and to move the diagnostic DNA over here. And I'm thinking if we move the mega scan over to here and get general diagnosis in here, so we've got all the nurse stuff here, that would be pretty cool too, I think. The only problem with the diagnostic ward is that the ward nurses are over here, so I might not do the ward. Maybe we'll look at getting X-ray, and I don't normally build X-ray, do I? And I don't normally build the mega scan, so why not? As we're at the last hospital here in this DLC, why not build these rooms I don't normally build? Because there's certainly a reason to build them, yeah, there's always a reason to build all the diagnostic rooms because, different illnesses do best with different diagnostic rooms. It's not that this is a bad diagnostic room and this is a good diagnostic room, so you want to replace this one later in game with this one. That's not how it works. You want to expand diagnosis so all the options are available because different illnesses are diagnosed better in different ways. Yeah, okay. So we've moved the mega scan. I've got an X-ray in here. I've employed a separate doctor to work in X-ray as well. Move the diagnostic DNA over here. We need to get Benny's and stuff down. It's heated, but I do need to get the other bits and bobs. Oh my goodness, he's just thrown rubbish on the floor. What a total disappointment of a human. Let's get some Benny's here. Lovely. Going pretty well. We'll get this all... No. We'll get all this decorated. and sorted so that it's similar to this one. I've got some nurses in training, which doesn't really help either. But, you know, actually, no, we don't have nurses in training. Oh, I have one, because I've just employed a new nurse, yeah, because I've added in general. Yeah, okay. What we really need is to get back to some GP training for sure. We're getting quite close now. We're at 74 reputation. So what's been going on? Well, I am training. I'm still ferociously training. We've got our 2 diagnostic wins going. You can see I've ordered a lot of... I've only just ordered these. So all the upgrades are still outstanding. Because there was quite a lot of money. I was like, you know what? We could order all of those. I've bought the wards all together here. So I've got a diagnostic treatment and the fracture ward. So all the ward nurses are together. I also employed a couple more extra of those and made this the training wing so that we could fit in a clown clinic over here. And we have a nurse dedicated to that now because it seemed to be the only thing that we needed that we didn't have built. I've put shrubberies everywhere so that the hospital's pretty nice and attractive, which is good. Yeah, so all that sort of stuff going on. But yeah, constantly doing the training, so it's causing some queues because we are training pretty aggressively. But that's okay. That's okay. We've just had a surge as well of Pontians arriving because we had a time anomaly in this era. So that happened. But yeah, just... oh, and I lowered prices. That's something else that I've done. I did lower them by 10%, so price reputation's going up, which ultimately helps reputation as well. Because, you know, we're earning money. We're earning plenty of money. So, you know, that's all good. Staff, I did recently have a look at their, money, so that's all good. Now, a couple more training rooms have opened up, so we should take full advantage. What have we got here? Look, the GPs are doing quite well. Looks like one of our treatment doctors here doesn't have... I did get a second treatment doctor, but she doesn't have treatment training, which is a bit of an issue. So, look, and I also got a pharmacy nurse in, so let's get them some treatment training. That would be pretty great. Did... yes, sterilization level 3 here, which is nice. Janitors are a little bit rubbish, gonna be honest. My janitor situation's bad. It's been really difficult. They've definitely made staff, I think, more tricky to get right on these hospitals for this DLC, I think. I've got, because I added all the shrubberies, I have added a couple of janitors that are watering only. So yeah, get them in emotional intelligence. I think one of them was particularly grumpy as well, just to make things a little bit more challenging. So let's get some ward management 2 training going on, shall we? That seems pretty good. Let's do that. What do we have here? Cure 10 patients. Let's give it a go. Now, I've got to be honest, there was a huge queue here last time I checked. This always seems to be quite busy. He's doing it, but he does get quite tired, and he doesn't have any form of backup. Nobody to take breaks, you know, the gaps, no second office. I'm just letting him get along. So I haven't done this emergency. Yeah, I haven't done it. Oh my goodness, there it is. Star level 3. Congratulations, your hospital has been awarded a 2-star rating by the 2 Point Health Ministry. I say that your rating has been awarded, but it hasn't. Not yet. Your hospital hasn't even been built. Consider this accolade provisional and tentative. Continue avoiding spoilers for more rewards, or return to the thankless mundanity of today and get back to work. Yours fragrantly, Tarquin Foxbridge. Non-linear wall clock. That sounds amazing, and definitely an upgrade for the toilet one. Imagine everyone trying to get down their best times with that. And a map of time. Interesting. That is interesting, isn't it? Well, first of all, it's non-linear. The most useless clock you could possibly ever get, by the sounds of it. Oh, okay. None. I don't see it. Okay, good. Maybe... Does it need unlocking? Let's see. We've got... where is it? Stitch in time. I don't see it there. Maybe it's a room only thing? Given that it's a clock. Items. And then back to stitch in time. Still not seeing it. Okay. Toilet items. I mean, this is where we want to put it, ultimately. Can't see it. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my goodness, I have found the items. So it looks like they can only go into the esterizer rooms. So we've got the map here. What does it say? A useful 4-dimensional navigation aid. 4-dimensional? And then we have the clock here as well. Okay. Here it is. Helps make sense of this mess. We have the clock! Yay! Oh, it's nice to finally find these items. So, yeah, it seems that they only go in the esterizer room, which is a bit of a shame. It is a bit of a shame. I'd like to put this in the toilets. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you to all my Patreons for their continued support.